You guys are on each problem. You are going to show your work. Oh wait, before you show your work, check that off. You guys are going to go to the student e-tool, and you are first thing I recommend you do is so the first thing we do is we sort of combine our like terms. For me, it helps me to just put them all like each type of term together so that I'm thinking about them sort of all in the same like as numbers like this. And then the first step in those notes that I showed you was to do keep, change, change. And what keep, change looks like is it's taking the tiles from the bottom and moving them to the top. So taking this minus negative x, bringing it up to the top and switching it over and changing it to plus positive x. Taking this minus positive 4, bringing it up to the top and changing it to minus negative 4. Taking these up to the top, or taking these down up to the top and changing it to plus negative 3. So then the next thing that it tells you to do is like combine like terms and remove balance sets. So I'm going to combine, here are all of my like terms. I'm putting these together. And I'm going to bring this over and I'm going to put it with them too. And then I'm going to bring all these terms together. And then when I look at this, so my next equation, by the way, is, if I just scooch these over, is x plus 1 plus negative 7. And then over here I have x plus 2 plus negative 4. And then I'm going to bring these over and make 0 pairs. Those are 0 pairs, different tiles on the same side. So those go away. And then I'm going to take these and I'm going to make 0 pairs, and those are going to go away. Like these are my steps, right? And then I can remove balance sets. I can take, there's an x on both sides, so I'm going to take an x away from both sides, minus x minus x. And then I am going to say, remove these balance sets. I can take negative 2 from both sides. And so what do I have left when I'm all done? Well, I have negative 4 on this side and 0 over here. Which side is larger? Anybody? I'm seeing stuff coming in the chat. 0 is larger. Oops. Let's
So first we'll have to combine like terms, then we'll have to do the 0 pairs.
What's that?
First we'll have to combine the terms, then take out the 0 pairs.
I think it helps me to by the way, first I just want to confirm that everybody said 0 is bigger than negative 4. That's correct. So that's how this is going to go, right? That's the thinking that you guys are doing, and you guys can do that thinking, okay? And I don't really care what order you do them in. I think it's simplest to I mean, 0 pairs are sort of part of combining like terms. So I think it's simplest to combine like terms and remove the 0 pairs at the same time.
Okay.
And then the balance sets, like you could do these in a different order. I just want to be really clear that I got 0 equals negative 4. But if I was to do this again, I could do it in a different order and still get 0 and negative 4. If I was to go, oh, I see a 0 pair and I see a 0 pair, and I'm going to get rid of those first. Getting rid of 0 pairs. Like I could do it like this. I could get rid of the 0 pairs first. I see another 0 pair here. I could get rid of, you know what? I could remove a balance set first. I see that there's 3 on the bottom. I'm going to remove that. And then that is going to go with removing these 3. That's a balance set. And then now I have, now I'm going to do keep, change, change. And then I'm going to remove another balance set. And then I am going to say, then I'm going to add a balance set, negative 1 and negative 1, and then that's going to make a 0 pair, and I'm left again with 0 and negative 4. I could do this in all sorts of orders. It's important that you guys see that no matter what order you do it in, you should come up with the same answer. If you're doing everything right, your answers should be the same no matter what order you do it in.
How do you take the one which you put in the negative one which you put in the 0 pair back?
Oh, well, just like, so this is what I had before. Just like, think about the kid on the teeter-totter, right? I got a kid on a teeter-totter, right? If I am taking the same amount off of both sides of the teeter-totter, right? Here's like kid A, and here's kid B, and they're balancing on the teeter-totter. And then for whatever, like let's say a kid jumped off of this side. In order to balance it out, you have to take a kid that's the same size off the other side, right? Does that part make sense?
Yeah.
You follow me on that? Well, I mean, you can also add a zero pair. It's totally reasonable to say this, a kid came and jumped on this side. Another kid came and jumped right on it.
Oh, I thought that the negative 4 was already there and you just added -1 on the other side.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, 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 no. So what I have is, negative. What I did was I added a zero. I added a -1 zero pair. So I added -1 got added to both sides, and then it
Okay.
canceled this out.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's the thinking, and I'm glad you guys can do the thinking. But as we talked about last week, the other really important part about this is being able to communicate your thinking. And so you guys are going to be communicating your thinking to me. Let's see, I'm going to clear all this, clear all my drawings, stop annotating. You guys are going to communicate all of this to me like this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to like just get it, like group the items, right? I'm just grouping these together. I'm not changing anything around. I'm just grouping them. And then the next thing I'm going to do, and then I'm going to take a picture. You guys are going to need to do this. It's going to seem annoying to you, but you still need to do it. So I'm going to take a picture of that, and then I'm going to write it out, okay? You can go back and forth, and you can come in here and you can say, all right, I'm going to show my work. Here's my first picture, and I'm going to go from my device and find my most recent screenshot. You can do them one at a time if you want and say, this is the funniest little voice in the background right now. And then if you need to move this around, you click on the little select thing and you select it, and then I can just move it right up here to the top. I can make it smaller if I need to.
So will you need to show all of the steps?
We're going to show every step, and not only are we going to show the steps, we are going to explain the steps. So then I'm going to use my text, and I'm going to say left expression. Let's see, let's get a different color. Let's go with like a darker, let's go with purple. Left expression, right expression, okay? And then, and maybe I'll put some more spaces between those. And maybe I'll move that. I again grabbed the little select tool and brought it over, and maybe I'll move that there. And then let's see, okay. I'm gonna write out what is my expression on the left side? Well, I see 1 plus -3. Y'all see where that's coming from? Minus 4 minus -x. So I'm actually writing it out. I'm taking the time to write this out. And then on the right, what do I see? Go ahead in the chat, write down, what is my expression on the right? In the chat, write out, what is my expression on the right? Do I need to zoom it in?
Yeah.
Okay, what is my expression on the right? Nice, Jadens. I'm seeing a lot of correct stuff here. That's really good. So, oops, what I need is this text back here. So what I'm seeing is, I'm seeing a lot of, there's the x plus -1. There's a -1 tile on there. Plus 2, you need a 2 on there. And then down below on the bottom side, because it's on the bottom, we do minus and then 3. Or you could do +3. I see some people that are writing it, oops, like this, where they're writing +3 in parentheses. You don't need to write +3. We just assume that any number where it says, like where it says 3, any number where it just says the number, we just assume that's positive. But all of these are correct. So you could write it like that, but you really don't need the parentheses. I would say this is probably about as simple as it gets. So that's step 1, is just writing this down. And then you're going to put the image next to it. All right. Then you're going to go back to your CPM tiles, and we're going to do let's see, the next thing we're going to do a step. What simplifying step should we do? What do you guys, what's the first one that I tell you guys to do?
Do keep change.
Yeah, I recommend doing keep change first. So I'm going to take all the tiles from both sides, and I'm going to bring them across the line and change them over. I'm going to bring them all up, and then I'm going to flip them all over. Okay, and then I'm going to take another screenshot of this, and I'm going to go back here, and then I'm going to bring in another picture. So from my device, what's my next picture? All right, my next picture looks like this. I'm going to add the image. It's going to pop it in there. I'm going to use my select tool again and select it and make it smaller. You guys are going to start seeing a pattern. We just keep using the select tool to bring things around. Now, what is the equation? What is the expression now? First of all, actually, what did I do to my expression to change it? What was my simplifying move that I did? Anybody tell me? Oh, Sophia's got it in there. Sophia's saying first move, keep, change, change. I'm going to be even more specific. I changed all subtraction to adding the opposite.
I think you'll have to press, yeah.
Okay, and then what's my what is the expression for the tiles that I see on the left now? What would you write down now for my expression? Go ahead and write that in the chat.
For the left side or the right side?
On the left side. Just gonna go wait until I see a single correct answer in the chat. So yeah, now I have, oops. So I have x plus 1 plus, right, -3 plus -4. Now, some people even just added the -3 and the -4 together, and they said that that's -7, and that's cool. That's combining like terms, and all I said was keep, change, change. So I'm sticking with 1. And then on the right, what's my expression on the right? Well, I have x, right? I have plus 2. I have plus -1. And I have plus -3. So that's my expression on the right. Those are separate expressions.